So comparison of equities and commodities on a YTD basis shows that the Nasdaq has outperformed as far as the equity markets are concerned, while you have silver which has outperformed gold in the precious metal segment, and Brent oil has delivered a negative return. So it would be a good exercise to look at some multi-asset portfolio returns, how they would have generated, and also the fact that how the FAANG stocks have delivered on a combined basis, along with some Indian stocks as well. If you had invested 1 lakh rupees at the start of the year in each of those stocks, how would the combined portfolio return look like? First, let me start off with some of the other asset classes, which is Bitcoin, gold, silver. 5 of these instruments, those have generated more than Bitcoin itself has generated about 3 times return. You have gold that has surged about 25% as compared to silver, which has been the rank outperformer and delivered about 45% return, along with copper that has also delivered nearly 27% return for this year. Oil being the only one which has delivered a negative 20% return. So had you invested about $1,000 each at the start of this year in these 5 instruments, the net invested amount at that point would be about $5,000, and as of today the combined net worth of that $5,000 would be nearly $8,000, which is a return of nearly 60% on a portfolio level. Similar exercise if you do for FAANG stocks, and had you invested about $1,000 in each of the FAANG stocks at the start of the year, you would have generated about $1,750 on Apple, which would be the highest one, and then you have Alphabet or Google as it's popularly known, which would have been about $1,300. But the combined $5,000, if you had invested, the net worth currently stands at nearly $7,750, which is a return in excess of 55%. If you include Tesla in this, $1,000 invested in Tesla at the start of the year itself is worth more than the combined FAANG stocks, which stands at $7,760. So that's a whopping return of nearly 8 times that Tesla has delivered for this particular year. Now moving to some of the Indian stocks, we have looked at the top 5 performing stocks in the Nifty basket. If you had invested 1 lakh rupees in each of those stocks, you have namely Reliance Industries. The 1 lakh would have been appreciated to 1,30,000. Divi's Laboratory is the only Nifty stock to double your money this year. That would have generated about 2,01,000 rupees. Dr. Reddy's 1,80,000, Infosys about 1,67,000, and you have Cipla that would have generated about 1,66,000. Overall, the portfolio would have been about 5 lakh rupees, and the current value of that portfolio stands at nearly 8,50,000 rupees, which is a whopping return of 70%. So overall on these 3 portfolios, the return generated by the Nifty stocks has been much higher. Of course, keeping aside Tesla, because that itself has gone up about 8 times, and Bitcoin has also been a multi-bagger so far this year.